Welcome, mums. Welcome, beautiful mums. So this free training that I'm offering today, I've been building and wanting to get it just right for you all because, I want it to obviously be invaluable. I want it to be information that can help you starting now to see that there may be more to healing your family or the health crisis going on than you think. And there might be a quicker, easier, more streamlined way for you to get all that you desire, which, if you're here, is a healthy, vital, happy family. Let's be real. Most people, when you break it down and start questioning them around what they really desire and what they really want at the heart of it, that's it. We want to be happy, healthy, and watch the people we love feel the same and be in that with us, you don't want to be the only one. You want them to be with you and have those experiences in this life together. So today my plan is to share the 3 pillars of energetics in your family. So this is additional training to my 10-week program, which is starting in November. The energetics of motherhood and family healing. That's where we get really deep into how we do that and exactly what that blueprint looks like for you based off of my personal blueprint, which is how I've managed to heal myself and heal my family. But today, I just want to focus on these 3 pillars to really understanding energetics in your family or to being successful in applying these principles. So as a quick kind of intro, the idea of energetics in your family is that we are really bypassing the whole, okay, we've got to go to, the doctor, the chemist, the kinesiologist, the chiropractor. We've got to go to all these external sources to ask for healing, to hope that each time we're getting closer to actual good health. And that's for ourselves and that's for our children. So the idea of mastering energetics is that we manage that. We become the source of health. And in doing that, our energy, when managed, healed, and led forward, allows everybody else to be well. Because the truth is, and I want to share this with you today and blow it all apart, wellness is our natural state of being. It is 100% who we are below all the layers, all the traumas, all the emotional imprints, is wellness. That's what energy wants to flow to. Energy doesn't want to stop. Energy doesn't want to get blocked. Just think about that. Just get a visual of that. Energy is here to flow. So it is our natural state of being. So I hope even that just changes you, changes your perspective around it. Once you start thinking of it like that, it's like, well, yeah, why are we held back from that then if that's exactly where we're meant to be? So today I want to get stuck into these 3 main pillars that are going to make embracing energetics in your family's healing successful or not. Okay, and everything's a choice and everyone has free will. So the information I share is purely based off of my errors, struggles, wins, and I've been able to build something that's really worked well for us. I'm in the most vital health of my entire life, and I watch my children, in particular one of my children who's gone from really not in that space and mirroring all of my symptoms and all of my challenges to freedom, joy, happiness. So it's a very rewarding, wonderful thing. And I am here to share that with you because I don't want anyone to struggle like I did. I don't want the pain for you that I went through. I don't want the nights and the mornings and the days of angst wondering how it was all going to be solved. I don't want you to have to sit in that. It's not that we shouldn't struggle sometimes to get through to a beautiful outcome, but if it's just ongoing and it's kind of stuck in this repeating cycle, then I'm not sure I see a huge amount of benefit in that. And that's why I have built the empire and the training and everything that I have built, because I've got some answers that you all need to know. The world needs to see this. So we'll get straight into it. So pillar number 1, and this is a biggie, hard, but paramount if you're wanting to completely lead that energetic healing for your family, and it's responsibility. So you need to get to a point where you take responsibility for the healing. And I had a beautiful discussion with someone just the other day around this. I would say it's highly likely this is going to mean forgiving people you don't want to forgive. You may want to, but taking responsibility for one's healing and taking responsibility for not only that, we're talking about healing our own energies so that we can be the path forward for the people that we love. We can lead with energy, because if you think about energy, it's non-local. So it's not just here contained within, it's here, or how far is it? So if you get it right and you're vital and you've healed, imagine who you can touch with that energy, who automatically just comes in. They just follow. They probably don't even know why if they don't have a huge level of awareness. They just go where you go. They do what you do. They take your lead in life. And if any of the mamas listening to this go and tighten up at the thought of, oh, me again having to do, I really want to flip your perspective on that, because that's huge. This is the very opposite of that. Once the energy's healed, it's healed for good. We're not going backwards and forwards to the chemist, to the doctor, to the chiropractor, to the specialist, to the pediatrician, asking for more as things, go up and go down and ebb and flow. It's just not like that. So this is like a once and for all kind of thing. And that is why I'm so passionate, because that was the promise I made to myself back when, was I'm only doing this once. And so when I explain responsibility, that's what I mean. I mean, you are maybe having to sit with yourself. Maybe you're going to do a meditation or a breath work, or just go and sit in nature somewhere and connect and say, have I got the courage? Have I got the staying power to take responsibility for this so that I can lead everybody I love to greater health and wellness, which in the process releases me from the overwhelm and the guilt and the worry that I feel on a daily, trying to figure out what is wrong, trying to use this, not so much this, not enough of this, a little bit, but it's this, trying to figure it all out and find the answers and spend the money and travel around the hours of driving to appointments that I have spent looking for answers would blow my mind. And I'm not going to add them up because I don't need to anymore, but it wouldn't be good. It would be a high number. So I don't want that for you. I want you to find the courageous part of you that says, I am willing to take responsibility, and with responsibility is going to come forgiveness. Because walking around, hanging on to something, someone, a moment that is not making my insides feel good, to me, seems pointless. If you're here with all of this, don't you want it to feel good? And that's what this is about. How bad do you want it to feel good? How bad do you want that to feel good? And if you're at 100, then forgiveness is fine. You can do it. Trust me, it's okay. Don't take that I think that's a light thing. I don't, but I have done it. So I know that it is possible. I know that it is possible. It just depends how badly you want it, how much you want to bring ease into your life. Energy, when you tap into energy, it's ease. Energy flows with power. We don't have to force it to flow. It naturally flows. So why not want that on your side, ladies? We want that on our side so much. And so in doing that, we need to remove the blockages so energy can do what it does and flow. So that's number one, responsibility. Okay, so you get the idea of that. We go into a lot more depth around that and the decision in the program that I teach. But in essence, make a decision and commit to it, and nothing's going to hold you back from getting there. Number two is awareness. So this is a big pillar, and I want to discuss why it's in here, because most of you beautiful mamas that I'm speaking to already have a really good level of awareness. So you wouldn't be here. I wouldn't handpick you. You have awareness about your own behaviors and patterns and communication and how you show up in your family, and then how others show up for you. This is about rolling with the change in your level of awareness. So you're going to start here. You're going to know, oh, okay, I'm aware of doing that, and I'm aware of them doing that to me, and that every time this goes on, we end up with that result in our family, whether it's health or communication or tantrums or arguments, conflicts, whatever it is. So you're getting a level of awareness. And I want to just go on a little mini tangent here and say that women's level of awareness is phenomenal. We'll just bring it back to how many things we can do at once. We all know it. They admit it. The beautiful men that support us and provide and fill the space that we hold, they know it too. So the awareness comes into this. Like you can be aware of so many more things than they physically, physiologically, mentally can. So this is why the leading the family to wellness is gonna fall with us girls. It's going to, and please embrace it and don't look at it like more work. Look at it like the best shortcut to a happy life you've ever known. And so your level of awareness is going to, what am I trying to say? It's going to grow. So as you remove layers, limits in, subconsciously, consciously, as you take limits away from what you used to think, you gain a whole new level of awareness about something else you hadn't considered. And so the idea is that awareness is not stuck in one place. Awareness is fluid. And you are going to need to roll with that and know that there may be times where stuff's going to get weird from what you used to be aware of, because energy flows and it's like, wow, you only have to want to know about the miraculous things that have gone on in this world, the things that people have healed, and the after death experiences, and the people that have just done diabolically impossible things, to embrace that their awareness level had to change a huge amount for them to do that. They couldn't be that original version of them and do what they did. It's kind of like an athlete, and I talk to this a little bit, like, the athlete that won the gold medal, she had to believe they were going to win the gold medal. So way back when they started training, they didn't believe that. They weren't aware of all the things and all the little bits and pieces that made that up, and all the extra beliefs and thought processes and empowering processes they had to go through in order to get there. But as they progressed, it opens up. And so I need you to understand you're going to have to embrace that. You're going to have to embrace a bit of wackiness here, because to be the energetic mother who goes against the system that's been going on for a really, really long time, disempowering everybody to think that we don't have the capability to heal ourselves, you're going to break through a lot of things going on out there in your reality. It's going to feel different. People are going to look at you differently. And so that's where that courage comes in, and remembering this promise, remembering that responsibility factor of what I'm doing here. And more than that, it's remembering how much I love myself, and I'm no longer prepared to play in this space of daily consumption in my mind of trying to fix my children and their health and my health and just surviving. Like, did we come to just survive, or did we come to thrive and adventure and enjoy and feel vital every day and in love with everything? So just know that and be fully aware that, you're going to need to open up, I guess is what I'm saying. I need you to open up to possibilities that haven't been on your radar because of your level of awareness. They haven't been there. So that's exciting. A bit nerve-wracking. I remember when this was happening and I was like, didn't really have anyone to talk to about it. My husband is a beautiful man, but he's not the person to talk to about that. And so I had to find those people, and I had to trust, and I had to continue my journey, and they show up. They show up, and this group is how we fast track that again, right? This is how we empower each other. Energy is non-local. Doesn't matter where you are. This matters, showing up in this group, commenting, sharing conversations, asking for help, anything that is within the boundaries, and I'll be on top of that, is fine, because it can be really hard along this path. And I'm reflecting personally here to find your people when you're starting to break through old patterns of society and the world and thinking and being. And that is why we've come together in this beautiful group. Okay. And so that's our awareness and wanting to make sure that you feel comfortable with that. And if you don't, then look into why you don't feel comfortable with that. Don't just accept I don't feel comfortable, because whenever there's discomfort, there's something that can be dug into further. And it just takes a few questions. It's not a big, it's not a session to a psychologist. It is just asking yourself a series of questions. Why am I so uncomfortable with this? What is that discomfort about? Where is it located in my body? What does it mean? All doing in a quiet space if you can find one. If it has to wait, that's okay. But in amongst the chaos, it can be hard to get clear answers from our intuition. When we're asking deeper questions. So that's my suggestion to you. And my puppy dogs are having a little growl and a sneeze. And so tools is number 3. So our 3 pillars. We've done number 1, we've done responsibility. We've done number 2, which is your awareness. And we're down to number 3. And this is where it took me a little bit longer to find the tools, right? Because it's like anyone. It's awareness is great, responsibility is great. Now what? Now what do I do to take action? So to me, the tools is the action. And everything I know about my health, my life, my business is that nothing changes until you start taking aligned action. Okay, you've got to be going in a direction for the universe to then jump on board and support you to continue in that direction, so that you're not pushing and getting there, but getting there slower and with a lot more effort than is actually required. So tools is a really big pillar. And so in the program, we cover off multiple tools, because I've been through so many. And Darren's credit card statement will tell you I have been through so many tools to find the tools that really made a difference. Because again, I'm not in a rush. I used to be, not in a rush anymore, but I don't want to waste time. I don't want to waste time playing on the surface. I want to honor that courage that I said at the very beginning, and I want to go deep, and I want to go once. And I want to get things shifted. And I want to then see things have shifted. I want feedback in my life. I want tangible results that tell me I'm on the right track. When we do that, we have momentum. When we have momentum and our mentality is on board, there is no stopping us. So, you even hear this and see this with doctors and in hospitals. When the doctor comes up and says, you are on the right track, it's working, what happens to that person? Immediate on board. Immediate positive mentality. So the idea of the tools and what I was searching for that I have found and I include in this program are the tools that give you the quickest momentum. Because when you have momentum on your side and you can see change happening, parts of you that you thought were dead, buried, overwhelmed, tired will unlock, and you're going to find it, girls. You are going to find this new found joy and moving forward, feeling like, we're actually shifting. Things are shifting in our favor instead of the merry-go-round. Every day we think we're getting there, then we're 2 steps back 3 days later. That's actually very damaging. That was very damaging for my health. Almost the most damaging was when I thought I was on the path and it didn't work. Because once again, then you feel like either you're the failure, you feel like the program, the tool, the person is the failure, and you feel further back than square one because you're tired and you got your hopes up and you got disappointed again. And trust me, if I can connect with you in this video, I know that feeling and I've overcome that, and I will take risks now like no one else because I've healed that with the tools. So I give you a multitude of tools, like a tool kit, a tool belt, whatever, but it's going to allow you to even more so tap into the intuition and say, which tool is the tool that is needed now? Which is the best tool for us in this moment to regulate myself, to regulate my children? What communication do I use in this moment to diffuse, regulate, calm, teach people and my children mainly? What is going on? And model to them the behavior that should take place as an adult in a situation like that. So we need tools. Without the tools, you're going to feel better because you're going to be aware and you're going to know, oh, it's okay, it's just that. Or it's just because of my subconscious beliefs. Or it's just because, I had this thing go on as a child. That's okay. Do you want it though? Don't you want to move through it? Don't you want to never put a Band-Aid on it and actually heal it so it's never going to come back? I did. And I kept showing up to that. And my clients who have had the greatest success, the quickest success, the most feedback from their children and their health have been the ones that showed up so consistently. When they didn't want to, when the subconscious or the conscious was telling them it's too hard, it's too much, you shouldn't do it, slow down, you show up. It's safe. Trust me, it is safe. Okay? And you have the tools in your hands at the end of the day. I used lots of tools from lots of other hands in my journey, and nothing felt empowering. Nothing. I had to drive there, I had to get there, I had to pay for it, and I had to get somebody else's hands on me to tell me that I was feeling better. That is not what I want, and that is not what I want for the women of this world. We are sheer power. And give us some tools, give us awareness, get us to take responsibility, and I swear, nothing is going to stop this all coming back. This was ancient civilization. This was old school wisdom. This was what they knew, and this was how they ran and operated. The women were the healers. We held a healing space. We had circles and children and women and men, and it was just an innate knowing that we had this. And it's just been covered up a little bit. Don't let it get dramatic. It's not that hard, because I'm going to make it easier, because it was hard for me, and I don't want that. I want you beautiful little cherubs. I want your children to experience a vital, happy, well life. And in order to get that, I need to work with you, and I need to show you how to lead the energy, heal the energy, lead the energy, and take them with you. No one else needs to do it. We don't need to call on people. We can complement everything we do, and I still do have complementary things that work. But I know that I'm safe if I don't, and I know that it's me at the end of the day sitting on the end of my bed who has the tool. And because I've shifted my beliefs and healed, I trust myself more than anyone. And so there's no better mother for this job than you. They chose you. There is no better mother than you to lead your family to greater wellness. You just need a little bit of a bump. You just need a little bit of resources, a little bit of coaching, and a little bit of guidance. And so that's what I do. So I hope that the words I have shared have been inspiring, and that they've changed you in some small way, so that you might just be questioning some things going on in your family later on tonight or tomorrow. And you might start to want to know more. And that's just where it all begins. Reach out in the group. Reach out to other mums, reach out to me, DM me if you've got questions, if you want to share. I only ask you to do what you feel comfortable with here. But as I said, if you don't feel comfortable, start asking yourself why. And just get to know yourself really, really well. A female, a divine feminine leader, she knows herself so well. So well. She knows her boundaries. She has self-love. She has self-nurture. Because she has all those things, she can hold space for so many. And it is just an empowering, profound feeling to be her. And I'm coming into that. I am her. And it's just been the most beautiful journey. So come with me and let's do this thing. Otherwise, stay here. I will always be here for you. I will pop in and we will get to know one another and have the most wonderful conversations that will inspire you and lead your family into health. Thanks, everyone. Bye.